Hello, welcome to Streaming Forward. Another video for everybody here. Fun things to do. Today we're gonna continue with office warfare stuff. Some fun, blunt, non-dangerous things that you can use. A little bit of target practice. So today we're gonna do a blunt office dart, which you're gonna be able to make with everyday office supplies. Scissors, obviously gonna be necessary, and also hot glue. Mine's plugged in kind of far away, so this is gonna be a stretch. Alright, so this dart is made with this cap, this pencil, these post-it notes, and 4 toothpicks. So, take those out. Move that out of the way. Okay, so to start, you are going to need to take off the cap that is on all pencils. So now you can do this with your fingers. A little bit easier if you have pliers sometimes, but they pop right off. It's not that hard. Enough force easily gets it off. So next thing you're gonna do is take your cap and your scissors so that you can make it so you can put your pencil eraser in this cap. And since the cap is the main housing, we have to cut off the back end, which can be kind of hard to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the front since it's easier. And normally you would want better scissors for this, but you know, that's okay. You work with what you've got, and that's all that really matters. So give me a second while I manhandle my way through these scissors here, which is proving exceedingly difficult to do with these crappy little scissors. So I'm gonna go find a better pair.
"12 seconds later."
Okay, better pair of scissors. Oh, the hot glue. Oops. That'll happen sometimes. It's okay. Alright, back to the scissors and the cap. So, still gonna be a bit of a struggle to get this thing off here, but there we go. That's difficult sometimes. Alright, so now the cap goes all the way through. There is space to fit it in, and now we get down to the actual building part of things. So, taking your hot glue and your pen cap, well, you're gonna need the pen cap and the eraser from your pencil. So, just give that a bit of a coating, and it's gonna shove into the fatter end of your pen cap. There we go. Nice blunt tip. And this is going to be the front of our dart. So for the next step, you need to take your four toothpicks, and you're going to want to make them as best you can. They're tiny, it'll be hard to do, into a little square 2x2, and that's going to get shoved into the back of your pencil cap thing. So this can be probably one of the most difficult parts, considering how much these things don't want to cooperate, but that's okay. And now I'm using ones that have round on the back. You're gonna want the double-sided ones. They work a lot better, but like, again, work with what you have, and it'll always turn out pretty decent regardless. So, okay. Okay, here we go. Getting better. Now then. With these in our with these in here, we should take our hot glue and glue these down. Alright, cool. And if they're not perfectly symmetrical, that'll work. As long as there's a bit of force, I guess you could say, keeping stuff together, that's alright. That's all we need. Just some tension. So now, glue around that side and that side. There we go. Nothing's perfect, obviously, so you gotta work with stuff a bit. It's okay. Not gonna be the cleanest until after we're done. Things always look rough during the building process, but once they're finished, it'll usually look pretty nice. So there we go. Nice square. Not bad at all. And then our final piece for this is gonna be to take our Post-it notes, and you're only gonna need one of them to do this properly. Sorry, I've got a book I'm sort of using to keep the glue from getting on the table over on this side here. Not working out quite so well. I kind of do need this book, I realized. So that's beside the point. Okay, so Post-it note, you're gonna want to fold them anyway, really, but get them to create a loop. Loop's not important, but that's the way you know that you've got a pretty even fold. And then from there, you're going to want to use this to fold over again, and then you've got that half folded thing. So next thing to do is to cut your fin shape, because as we've all seen on darts, you know, the ones you've seen with the dart boards, they all have little fins that help with making everything look accurate. And by look accurate, I mean they help with accuracy. I'm sorry, I'm tired today. So I am not my usual self. There we go, fin, done. Looks nice. So we do this twice, and the shape, doesn't really matter. It'd be best if you make all the fins look the same. So gotta make sure that it's even for a nice even throw when you throw these things. So go ahead and line up that one for your cut. we go. And shape's basically the same. A little bit of difference on each one, kind of, but you know, human error, stuff happens. It's not easy. So now, on one of them, you're gonna wanna find, so first off, decide which one's gonna be what's gonna be your front. So for me, I'm gonna make my pointier side my front. And by front, I mean the part that will be going in this way into our dart. So on one of them, halfway down, you're gonna wanna cut right along their backbone, their line, that crease you made when you were folding. And then on the other one, you're going to want to do that along the other side. So that way you can slide them into one. So watch. So take that way. And there we go. And they don't line up quite perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is give this one a bit more room. So that way I can hopefully get them to line up even at the end. Still needs a little bit more. Let's do the other one this time. And this process, just refine and keep refining until you have what looks to be almost a seamless overlay of them. So now we will be taking out our 4 sides and trying to get them to be as flat and as stable as possible. Won't be easy. But then, from there, you've got a point that you can now shove into the back of this. So this part, probably going to be the hardest part of this whole thing, involves taking this right down through there. There we go. There we go. Nice and fold it in. And then this is the last use that the hot glue comes in at, where we want to make this paper permanent. So take a little bit on your back end of on the back end of the dart, not on the feathers, but the dart itself, and then make it so your feathers don't come out easy, or too easy at least. They can, you know, you might need to end up replacing them after a couple of uses. But in the end, nothing's gonna be straight, but there's your dart. Throws really well, flew straight. I know you guys couldn't see it, but it did actually not wobble all that much, which is what you want. So there you go. That's how you make a little office dart.